Right now it's the beat 99.9 FM, still the morning rush. So I have Nadine, Segun, Toolz in the building right now. And hey, the recently evicted BB9 housemate Venita, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine. Thank you.
We didn't want to see you back this soon.
Please, I'm happy.
We were waiting for you.
Listen, I appreciate that. Truly, I do. I mean, who not go like 60 million? But either I would have set the house on fire or they would have set me on fire.
I thought you were kind of choked up a bit.
Right? They would have burnt me at the stake at that point. So it was a good, okay time. I'm okay.
Most of your friends were evicted already, Joe and what's the NK?
My boo. Yes. NK has.
So Segun is our in-house BB Niger,
expert
analyst. So he has a WhatsApp group.
You do.
Segun is WhatsApp group.
I don't have one. No. I just catch up on highlights now. Plus, gist. I have people that watch.
No, this is more than highlights. This is WhatsApp group.
Okay, I'm afraid
How's
now.
the last 5 hours have they been since you left that?
I'm still floating. My feet have not touched the ground. Yeah. So I'm some questions that I'm getting, I still don't know how to answer, and I like to give informed answers.
What? Questions like,
what's life like now for you? I'm like, I have not touched the ground. I don't know what's to come. Obviously, apart from the obvious, I don't really know. But it's all good. I'm feeling positive energy coming this way, and it's nice. It's nice. It feels good. It's wow, but it feels good. I won't complain at all.
What's the biggest shock from this whole experience?
That no matter how much love you may have for other people, doesn't necessarily mean you will get it back. So I always feel like you put energy out into the world and it will come back to you eventually. Mm-hmm. And no. That doesn't happen.
Reference to?
Just everybody. Everybody's kind of done it to everybody.
Yeah.
I would say so. It's not into one person in particular. But somebody's grievance against me is no reflection on me as a person.
Yeah, 100%,
so that's that.
I have to say, I was very excited to see you go into the house. I was like, oh my God, it's busy. Who would you say you have the closest relationship with?
Who's still in the house now?
Like overall?
Overall, Joe. Okay. Joe, that's my guy. Through and through, never failed me guy. And it was unexpected. So yeah, him.
What was the most difficult thing for you to deal with in the house?
I did not like when I was ready to confront issues and people were not. Mm-hmm. That frustrated me. I felt like I was pinched in a corner and like pretty much told to deal with my own feelings by myself. So that was very frustrating for me.
You found yourself wrapped in some triangles. I didn't even understand.
I didn't put myself there.
The one was a weird one.
Very, very strange. But they were.
How did you feel about this explanation saying following his heart and his head and whatever that? It seemed like you were trying to get involved with dudes.
Which dudes?
That's the impression that people had.
That is not. Firstly, I relate. I find it easier to relate to guys for obvious reasons. You saw when I walked in the house what women's instant reaction was, sadly, and what the guys' instant reaction was. So they are a lot more, hey, come over here. And the girls were like,
who's this one?
So naturally, I find them more approachable because they're more warming to me. Having said that, you can see I'm a girl who likes to get down and dirty. Like, I'll do sporty things. I'm not afraid to get injured. I play football, I play PlayStation, I play Call of Duty. So I do things that maybe typically girls don't regularly do. So I always find it easier to relate with guys. They generally tend to be more open to me for one reason or the other. But, the women be up like, it takes me more time with the ladies because they're not really sure what my motives are and they like to take an idea of what they think.
Not all ladies.
No, not all,
yeah.
of course.
Not all ladies.
Not all ladies.
When I met you, I was like, oh, she's interesting.
Yes. Interesting isn't like, hi, do you want to be my best friend?
But then, to be honest, I'm actually naturally like that.
Yes, you are.
Always,
You are. That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
When I get to know you.
This is one thing I'm grateful
I think
for.
you're cool, man. I think, there was lots of misunderstandings. I feel the Gedoni Cafe thing was just weird, man. Because this is what I think. I think Gedoni it had a bit too much love and you just needed to breathe a bit. And then you guys came in like breath of fresh air.
Right, or something like that. Yeah.
So I think there was a bit of misunderstanding with him trying to get to know you guys.
In general.
And it seemed like, Gedoni was
Kathy's like, no.
trying with the new babe. And you and Kathy, for some reason, always felt the need to tell people what your situations were.
My frustration,
absolutely everyone.
oh my gosh, my frustration is that whenever I tried to table the matter with Kathy, she was shut down. So I had no choice. When she would speak to these people, and she spoke to every housemate but me, they would then in turn come to me, and I will have to be explaining myself when the person I keep trying to table the matter with just shuts down. So that was what was happening. It wasn't actually like, let me go and tell them how I feel. You don't send person message. They don't call, my people, they come to say, Venita, this thing. What did I do?
Yeah. Oh, don't you think? I think it boils down to the fact that a lot of people, Nigerians especially, have communication gaps. So when they were instead of talking about something, they always would feel better, talking to third parties rather than talking to the people that they have issues with.
She did that to Gedoni as well, so it wasn't just.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually low-key disagree with you on that. As Nigerians, we're expressive people. So not all of us talk with our mouth. Some of us literally just talk with our actions, our faces. You can see and read it. Now, if you have spent a long amount of time in England or London, there is a very British thing that, it's very British to be polite in your front and maybe not so polite behind. So I associated that part of my culture with what Kathy was doing, because there were plenty of people in our house. Everybody is Nigerian or has, partially Nigerian, and at some point, whether it was to their friends or by themselves, they were able to release the energy they wanted to release. So no, I think that is down to individual. I wouldn't. We know they hide our mouths now.
Do you think that a lot of the ladies saw you as a threat?
Not while I was in the house. I understood that possibly that may be the first, impression, but I felt like it would water down later on. Then when I started to become more sure of myself and become a little bit more confident and perform better, I felt like they would feel I was a threat for a different reason. So either way, it was going to be what it was going to be. Like I said, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I will just always be as transparent as I can be. Do you
also think that coming into the house later, I mean, obviously I imagine you've watched at least a few of the shows. So do you feel like you were able to be your real self? Because obviously before you went in, people had established their favorites and their least favorites. So do you feel like you went in the house thinking, okay, this person's a favorite, so I need to kind of be friends with them, or we need to be cool with them, or was that
not at all? Not at all. I'm so happy. This is why I'm happy you're here. Because you've actually met me many, 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 many years ago, and this is how I am. With watching the episodes, because this was a big deal, right? And I didn't understand how much of a big deal it was until recently. I watched the first episode. I wanted to see who in my audition I could spot. What was different in them that I didn't have that made them not ask me to be on the show. After I watched everybody go in, I vexed like a little brat. I sulked and I didn't watch anymore. And if it came up on my feed, I would swipe. So I wasn't that well informed. I saw maybe there's little clips on Instagram. Two girls fighting. They both are look the same-ish from the distance that I'm looking at it on my Explore page. And then yes, I won't deny I heard there was one girl that's really championing, but my own is based off natural and Toolz, I don't kiss ass for nobody.
I'm actually glad you're honest about it.
I don't do that.
You vexed, you were being a hater.
I don't do that. Never have I done it. Even when what I've seen is a lot of comments that people are like, oh, but she knows so many people that are in the public media. I really need them to stop bashing people in my industry, because just because we're in the industry doesn't mean that we are all kumbaya and live under the same house. That doesn't work that way. I developed real relationships with real people. If you were in the spotlight, fine. For example, Dabutale Lawson, she's a lady who's in the spotlight, and I consider her she's like family to me. But there are other people like Uncle AY, who gave me my first break, who, yes, I may not speak to him every day, but that's big bros to me. So it's who you relate with, and I was never going to be in the house calling names. No, it doesn't help me. I will not be calling names. They will not support me. No. Who wants to support me will support me from the bottom of their hearts, with their chest. Know what I mean? So, and who won't. I was let it be organic, let it be natural. You know, that's
so
it.
We saw the real you.
Yes.
Mercy and AK, what do you think about that relationship? Just
Man, I love watching them.
Same.
If you can see that I like to get like, hi, I will not even jump on the bed. It sweets me. I
don't
like
lose their fights. It's so unnecessary sometimes. Out of nowhere.
But it's cute.
You don't
It's
love me.
gangster.
Yeah, play me with things. Play me for games.
Those
Some weird
ones,
stuff
no,
like
but
that.
it's a mind trick. When you're in there and you develop real feelings for anybody, even if it's just on a platonic level, because of the conditions that we are under, you still question it when you're having an impasse with that person. So with the two of them, I think we will know more when they come out.
Exactly.
You know, but they are enjoyable to watch for me, who was even in the same room with them. Talk less of, I don't know, you know, the viewers, obviously, you see more. But that's why I was always like, okay, now you got to go do this. Now you got to go do that. Because as a woman, I understood where Mercy was coming from in the things she chose to share with me. And as a, you know, I have a brother, and yes, he has been stubborn before in his life. And myself, I don't deal with stubborn man. So I could always see it on both sides. You know, I did my best to advise, and that was it.
What about Gedoni and Kathy? So he says that when they come out of the house, they wait to like make it proper, make it official, and keep going.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that if that's what he wants, then good for him. The same way I told him when he said, oh, I'm having issues with Kathy, I said, if you really care about her, then go and apologize to her or try and make it right.
Yeah.
He came to me multiple times, oh, she's not agreeing. I was, keep trying. We are women. This is what we want you to do. Trust me. Keep
You were so
trying.
happy to get away from that situation.
Do you get like that was so
I swear.
To be honest, outside of the house, he seems to be like,
Different,
oh
yeah.
but I love her, all that.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what happens
Happy.
is when you, like, you know, I'm out now. This is day 2. When you get your phone back and you start to see some things, you know, you will realize some things may have been real, some things may not have been real. You know, so
Do you think there's genuine affection between both of
I
them?
wouldn't know. I don't know. But I wish them all the best.
Expecting a ring.
Sorry, what?
Well, she definitely doesn't have a job to go back to.
I wish them. Oh my.
Did you hear about that?
My mother told me about it.
Yeah.
So she was just like, "You're not in the newspaper," and I was like, "Okay, mommy." She said, "Can you believe this is what happened with Kathy?" And I was like, "Wow." I had no like. You know, they'll tell you the platform is big, but you don't know the
How
corners
far
of
it will reach,
man.
right?
Like, as in, I don't. For that situation, because I've been in situations where news has traveled that has not necessarily been nice about me, I empathize with her friends and family because it must be really annoying trying to defend everything. We spoke about it. She told me, you know, this is what happened. I actually spoke to work about it. And I said, at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie, you got to do you. Because when I moved back first, I had to quit my job for, you know, whatever reason. I had to quit my job. And I came here I maxed out my credit card and I moved to Nigeria with 50K in my pocket. So
50,000 what, Naira?
Naira. So I took a risk. I took a chance. And I'm not against anybody doing that. It's not easy at all, especially when, you know, you're deep rooted where you have started. So for her to do that or want to do that, that takes bravery. Trust me, I know. I've been there. You know, so I wish her all the best.
Going forward, now that you're out of the house,
Yes.
Obviously you were doing a bit of acting and stuff prior to.
Yes.
So what's the next step?
Well, I was doing a bit. Now I plan to do a
lots.
whole lot
A whole lot more like
a whole lot more. Bam. And then also I do have personal projects, business projects, because obviously, you know, you're not always on set. You know, these things are seasonal. So I need consistent bags. So I need to just push all my ideas and what I want done. We're still in
season as well. So.
Exactly. School fee. Yeah, I sang about this school fees over and over and over again, no. But yes, school fee season. So yes, and also I'm resettling. So I just moved into my new apartment. I think like a week or so before I actually went to the house. So I have a lot to do, but I'm ready. Over ready, safe, confirm. We did here live.
Okay, so one last question before you go. So before you as soon as you go into the house, one of the few questions that are floating around was your past relationship, like you get married.
Okay, yep.
And you've handled, let me not say handled, or because I think this is the first time you're getting questions about that.
Yes.
So what's the deal with that situation right now?
I mean, like any couple.
Yeah.
Even though we're not together, we still agree and disagree on some things.
That's done.
Yeah, but we're good. Like we're good. We
You're
have
very single.
mutual. Yes.
Yeah, single now.
Yes,
Oh,
that information actually came out quite some time after it actually happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we guarded it for as long as we could. But no, I mean, like normal. I don't like that. Okay, okay, fine, sure. But we have mutual goals as parents, and we are very okay to focus on that.
In the house, were you attracted to anybody? I know you were involved in sort of like triangles, but were you personally attracted to anyone?
No, I was.
Including Jujena.
No, girl, let me tell you. He came in sparkly, like, the star on a Christmas tree. I was like, okay. Oh, praise me. I actually contemplated, like, just saying, just give me the strike, But something in my nature, just, that small pride. Oh, yeah. Worry, woman, come on, respect yourself, just hold. So I did that. But for me, and Toolz can relate to this, you all should relate to this. We work in an industry where there is lots of beautiful people.
Yeah.
And there are many layers to an onion. Mm-hmm. So for me, what does it is not really what you look like at all. It's more what is underneath, So if the right person.
Okay, so we need to shut this down right now. And yeah.
Okay, so quick one.